Hello everyone from the news section of the Daily Map Update report prepared by the Pioneer team. As the Pioneer, we continue to convey to you the hottest developments about the Russia-Ukraine war. We will shortly examine the latest developments between the Ukrainian troops and Russian troops on the front line, accompanied by a map. However, I have to say this, the front line has been experiencing a recession in recent days. Many experts interpret these frontline recessions as a calm before the storm. So, is this storm really coming? Let's find the answer to this question together. I would like to make a little reminder before moving to our daily map update. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and open notifications so as not to miss the daily map analysis reports and reports on the agenda that have been prepared by the Pioneer team. You can also specify in the comments which content you would like to see on your channel. I'm reading all your comments with great attention. Now, the Pioneer is reporting. I would like to start today's map update report with the latest developments on the Northern Front. Let's first show the area we call the Northern Front. The Kharkiv region you see on the map is area when we call Northern Front. As you can see on the map, the Ukrainian armed forces have liberated almost entire territory occupied by the Russian armed forces in the early days of the occupation. We've been witnessing an unusual activity in this region recently. As you will remember, we mentioned that the Ukrainian defense fortifications here are weakened compared to other lines. Therefore, the Russian armed forces aim to break the strength of the Ukrainian army's counterattacks by making a new offensive attempts in this region. At the heart of the plan of the Russian General Staff headquarters was to ensure that the shift of Ukrainian troops to Northern Front. While the Ukrainian defense forces in the region had enough strength to repel the Russian attacking forces. Therefore, so far the Ukrainian forces are maintaining their strength in this fortification. When we look at the latest developments in the region, we see that there is a big fight between the artillery units of the Ukrainian army and the Russian army. According to the latest information obtained from local sources, Russian artillery units have targeted Ukrainian positions in Belogorovka region in recent days. However, there is no information so far that the Ukrainian defense lines have disintegrated. We have already mentioned the importance of the H-26 road here. The Russian armed forces are aiming to reach the H-26 highway. This highway is important because, as you can see on the map, this road is a line that runs from the north of Ukraine to the center of Ukraine. The Russian army is actually trying to create a new route that reaches Kiev, the capital of Ukraine, through this line. The city of Kiev is an important city. However, this importance is not only due to the fact that it is the capital of Ukraine. Kiev is referred to as the historical Russian capital. More precisely, it is referred to as the capital of the historical Slavic race. Recently, an expert had made a statement claiming that the war between the Russian army and the Ukrainian army was connected with being the decider of Kiev. So let's put it this way by looking at the map from the wide angle. The only goal of the areas that we consider as the front line shows the ongoing struggle to capture the capital of the historical Slavic race. The main motivation of the Russian army here is to reach the fastest and easiest way to Kiev. The H-26 highway located in the northern side of these roads. I think this region will become more active in coming days and the armed conflicts in the region will gain even more momentum. Therefore, this region should be carefully monitored. Let's continue our map report with the Bakhmut line. As you know, Bakhmut is still active around. We see that the activity has started again in the north of Bakhmut, which has been experiencing calm times in recent days. Let's start first with the conflict zone located north of Bakhmut. As you may remember, these regions were Yahidny and Berkhivka. According to the latest reports, Russian artillery units have taken action north of Bakhmut. Local sources shared with the public the reports stating the large number of cannon shots took place in the area. So far, there is no information that artillery attacks of Russian army had caused irreparable damage to Ukrainian positions. Although the siege of Bakhmut lasted longer than expected, many Ukrainian officials say that the capture of Bakhmut was very important, so the plans for liberation operations were made quite carefully. According to these officials, the slower the liberation of Bakhmut will be, the healthier it will be. We see that the situation in the Bakhmut center is quite stable. There is still a siege of Ukrainian troops at the western entrance of city center. It is suggested that very big difficulties will arise for Russian troops in the region in the coming days. There are claims that the motivation of Russian troops in the besieged city center is almost over. Let's continue our report with positions located south of Bakhmut. According to recent reports, Russian troops attempt a counterattack in the direction of Klishchivka, located south of Bakhmut. Russian troops who tried capture the dominant hills northwest of Klishchivka, which are under the control of Ukrainian army, with artillery fire had to retreat before they could make any gains during these attacks. According to the allegations, Ukrainian artillery units also responded violently to Russian troops during these attacks. In this region, we have been witnessing the battle of artillery units rather than the battle of infantry in recent days. Many experts describe this situation in the region as a vicious circle. The fact that Russian military's successful counterattack operations caused a large number of casualties is often criticized by Russian officials. Scenarios which increasing Russian losses in the region may lead to new problems within Russia are also often raised. Let's continue our report by evaluating the latest developments of Zaporizhzhia frontline. According to recent reports, the Russian armed forces have not yet got over the pain of losing Stromayorsk. Several local sources report that Russian troops have conducted several unsuccessful counterattack operations in the direction of Stromayorsk. However, the region is still under the dominance of Ukrainian army. As you may remember, the Eurasian region has been attracting lots of attention since the first day of the Ukrainian army took control of Stromayorsk. Many authorities claim that Ukrainian army's next target was Eurasian. Therefore, we can say that Russian army wants to put pressure on the Ukrainian troops stationed in Stromayorsk in order not to lose Eurasian. On the other hand, there are claims that there have been unusual developments in Roboty line. Many Ukrainian sources claim that Ukrainian troops launched a furious offensive in Roboty. In addition, according to these sources, it is only a matter of time before Roboty comes under the control of Ukrainian army. What do you think? Do you think the Northern Front will move more? How do you assess the latest situation on the Bakhmut line? Do you think the Roboty claims are true? Will Russian troops withdraw from the Roboty region? Mention it in the comments. I read and care about all your comments.